Hello my dudes, welcome back to another relaxing doodle video with me, the Doodler. It's been a little while since my last video, so I thought today I would just come back and do just a pretty generic doodle video where we'll just kind of start by drawing some random things. Not really going to have a theme or anything today. We're just going to start drawing just some random things, just some quick little doodles, and figure out what kind of pictures we're going to make. And it's more so like a little warm up for me. So right now we're just going to start off with a nice wide eye. And I like wide eyes because they kind of instill a sense of childhood, or like just a young eye when they're really wide and still soaking up all that the world has to offer. So I'm just gonna start like that, and getting symmetry in my doodles is always a difficult thing, but it's okay. I think we're doing alright. So we'll just keep on going with this. This is just a quick little doodle. I always like to start with the eyes. I like people that can create the outline of the face first and figure that out and, get their proportions right. They have far more patience than me. And I just like to skip all that and be very, very undisciplined when it comes to my doodles. So there we go. We're going to widen that mouth out just a little. So, just from this angle, you can kind of tell that this person's looking this way. So let's just keep on going this. Maybe we'll get to her hair or his hair. I'm not quite sure yet. There we go. Maybe we'll make the nose just a little bit wider. And I typically don't add an upper lip. It's just something I don't typically do. I think this time I'm going to, because it just adds some character. We're not going to fill it in completely. I'm just going to leave it nice, and all that white area uncolored kind of gives it the illusion of light reflecting. There we go. Let's take a little break. Take a nice sip of coffee. There we are. Okay, now we can get back into it. We're going to have the nose come down. And just got to add some shading here on this side. We're going to come with the outside of the nose here. Just like that. And we just have to try and remember that the eyes are sunken into the face, Typically they are. They're in kind of like their own little room on the face. Sunken in, given their own space. Then we'll come in here. We'll add just a little semblance of maybe some age. Even though we give them really youthful eyes, we'll just kind of give them some age right here, right on top. Just some wrinkles or, lines up here. There we are. Now, I'm imagining a hat of some sort, I think. A hat. There we go. But first we'll have some hair coming out, just poking out. And we don't have to add all the details yet. I'm just going to do a general outline of hair. There we go. I'm just going to add just a little more shading here. Come in here between the brow. Really sink that in. There. Then I'm just going to imagine a hat of some sort. Maybe one of those JoJo hats. Because this is kind of giving me JoJo vibes. Add like a little reflection mark on the hat, because this is going to be like a black plastic. So it's going to be really reflective. So keep that nice area really nice and white to really give it the illusion of reflection of light. There we go, and really color this in, really get it nice and dark. Dark black plastic. There we go, something like that. And maybe, you know, it's not really on their head. In like in the right angle, it's kind of off kilter. It's a little off to the side, and maybe, you know, looking off to the right. The character's right, pointed that way, so the bill's that way. But we're gonna come in here. Maybe we can give it the look of a chain of some sort coming right across the bill here. Then we'll just kind of come up, finish this up here. Maybe we'll give it one of those little buttons up top that some hats have. There we go, just like that. And yeah, that's definitely starting to look like a nice little hat, don't you think? Come right here. And then we'll come right here. This is the side of the hat. So we'll kind of add like just some really light shading, just to kind of give it the appearance of being in the background, kind of maybe the light's coming in from this way. But what do I know? I'm not a studied artist. I just like doodle. This is still a doodle for me, because I looked up the definition of a doodle once, and it said that anything that you don't really plan prior to drawing can be considered a doodle, and definitely zero planning went into this. Just pen to the paper and went with it. Okay, so I want hair to come out this way, like this, over on this bill, because when you put your hat on, the hair just kind of naturally flails or flares out, you know, on the sides, especially shorter hair like that. And right now it doesn't look very hair-like. I mean, it kind of does. Okay. Maybe we can have just a little graphic on the hat here. If you're not sure what this word means, you're gonna have to look it up. There we are. Okay, so now that we've kind of got the baseline of the hair going on, you know, little strands here and there, just an outline of it, you know. Now we can come in, give it some all those individual looking strands, and, you know, just really come down. There we go, and give it some life. There we go. Now it looks like hair. We're going to darken up some areas, because, you know, some strands will be in the background, because hair is kind of, you know, its own little organism, kind of does its own thing. There we go. But yeah, all this white streaking, leave that if you can. Really helps create some depth and character. There we go. And we'll just add a little extra shading over on this side, because you'd imagine that the bill is going to come down, right? The bill's going to obscure the light over here. So we'll do something like that. Okay. And I think to fit the trucker hat look, we can aviators. Give him some aviators. Yeah, we're just gonna completely go all in with that design right there. Now, they're not gonna be very thick. Like, this kind of gives it the impression of thickness, but I think it's fine. So I like to color it, or, you know, shade it in like this and leave little streaks of white, and that gives it the appearance of light being reflected from the very, very reflective lens of the, sunglasses. There we go. Just like that. There. Let's take another little coffee sip. There we are. Okay. We'll just kind of add a little width to the hat here, to kind of really encircle the skull there. There we are. Maybe a little shading here. I kind of want to add a little more hair over on this side, like that. So again, I've only created the outline of the hair, and now I can come in with little lines to, darker, some lighter, but leaving some. There we go. Now it kind of gives it a better look for hair. And I'll come in here just to make this one a little whiter too. There we go. Kind of makes it a lot thicker, but it's okay. There we go. And now we're gonna do one of the harder parts. Come in with the face, and this guy's got like the trucker vibe to it, so he's probably going to, imagining like big earlobes and coming down here, just like that. Maybe just a little shading here. And right now his face is looking a little too wide, in a sense. Like you can really see it might be a little too wide, but we're going to, I think he is kind of a big boy. Like, maybe just kind of that stereotypical trucker, southern, hefty bro. Maybe that's what I'm trying to achieve here. There we go. We're going to darken this up over here. There we go. I'm imagining he's got some hair going on here. Right now that mustache looks a little unnatural, but once we come in with the beard, it's gonna come out okay. There we go. Something like that. Whoops. I'm gonna fix the focus a little. There we go. Beard hair. I'm certainly not familiar with beard hair myself. But my husband has a beard, and it grows whichever direction it really wants, and it's usually longer towards the chin. There we go. Something like that. Coming in with different angles, different strands, leaving that just like that. There we are. I think we will call her done. This little first little warm-up. And his name is Bill. Trucker Bill. Okay, my dudes. Now that we've finished with Bill, quick little doodle Bill, Trucker Bill, let's get into another doodle. And I guess I forgot to say that I'm just using a ballpoint pen. Papermate Ink Joy. Just a regular ballpoint pen. Nothing fancy. So let's see. There's my little thumb. But let's get the next doodle going. So now I think we can try and embrace. So we started Bill off with really wide eyes. So why don't we there we go. We'll just start with something a little thinner. And typically a lot of the power in the eyes remains in the have some eyes there. There. And then we have the pupil. The less of the pupil you show, the more intense, or, the more smoldering of a look it is. There we go. Something like that. So we just have barely any pupil showing. And that's really going to help. So give it the look I'm going for. So there we go. So we're going to get the brow going about right here. Because it needs to be longer than the eye. Not necessarily always, but we're just going to, we're going for some kind of a specific look with this one. There we go, just like that. And then we'll create a little, maybe his eyes are or brows are kind of furrowed a little. And then we're going to have this just come down just like this. There, like that. And let's just make sure the focus is okay. There we go. And so this is going to create that little space for the eyes. And then we can come in, add a little shading. And that's going to help sink the eyes in right into the face. We're going to make it really sunken in. And maybe we'll do some diagonal lines too, not just up and down. And maybe, some marks here above the eye. Give it the look of an eyelid, or, just the wrinkles that people naturally have above their eyes, where their eyelids are. And maybe we'll kind of add a little impressions of lashes, just like that, there. And then maybe just a couple right down here. So right now, this character that I'm drawing is giving me big Hisoka vibes from HunterXHunter, whatever you want to say. So we'll come in here and add a little shading above the brow. And so we'll come out, we'll come down. Let's see, how long do we want his nose? Do we want it here? Down there? Let's see, I think it'll look best right about here. And right now it looks really flared, like its nostrils are really, really flared right now. That's how that's the impression it gives. But, we'll just add like a little shading here. Just like this. Light shading. And just kind of round out the nose a little. Maybe make it a little pointed up here, and then just kind of come with some shading right here. Right there. There. And then I'm going to add just a little line here for some additional shading, because I'm really trying to sink those eyes into the face. So there we go. There. I don't really know what any of this is, what it's called, or what the techniques are called. I just kind of do whatever. Okay. Make it just a little darker. There we are. So, in accordance with his eyes, he's kind of giving you that evil, not evil, but just kind of like a smug face. I'd imagine he's going to have a bit of a sinister looking smile. So let's try and create that. Here we go, something like that. of an awkward looking smile, but I think that's what we're kind of going for. So let me kind of fix this lip here, upper lip. Okay, so again, we're gonna have kind of a weird looking smile here because he's giving us Hisoka vibes, and Hisoka's a weird dude. There we go, something like that. Let's see what kind of... I'm imagining some really sharp features here. Coming down just like that. There we go. I'm just going to shift a little in my chair, sorry. And then we're coming down just like this, okay. Okay, there we are. So, I'm going to just add a little more shading down here, right under the eye. Just kind of really sink those eyes in and kind of give it a disheveled, kind of unhinged type of appearance. Because I think that's kind of what Hisoka reminds me of. I love him though. I love him as a character. He's an awesome character. There we go. And then maybe, just to stay true to the character, I'll give him a star here. Let's color that in. And maybe teardrop over here. Trying to give him that jester appearance. There we go. There. Just little teeth there. Okay. There. So kind of giving us Joker vibes. Then we'll come in with the hair here. Maybe we don't have to worry about too much detail at the moment. We'll just come in with simple looking outline first. Maybe something even weirder like that. Almost looks like, horns on either side, or ears, like really sharp ears. There we go. Maybe a nice little strand right there. Okay, so now we can come in. There's a fly flying around me. I don't know if the mic's picked up on its wings, but it's curious about this drawing, I guess. There we go. We're coming in here. Make it really dark here where the, hair splits. And we'll just kind of keep working those strands. We've got the shape of the hair defined, so now we're just coming in with the details. There we go. And maybe we'll leave like a little white there. Kind of give it that Cruella de Vil vibe, black and white. There we go. The ink in this ballpoint pen is getting put to the test with all this extra line work, strokes. There we go, something like that. I kind of want to make it look a little messier. Yeah, we'll leave this nice and white here. strands of hair overlap the other, it's probably going to be a little darker. There we go, like darker down here and stuff like that. You know, just really create some depth to the hair. There we go, just like that. There we go. Come in here. There. This is kind of giving him that really sinister look. You know, the hair's kind of crazy, kind of in the shape of horns. We're gonna make this really dark here. Bring this up here, just like that. And make this a lot darker too. Come that, bring up that. There we go. There we go. So now we've got the cheeks here. Really sharp features is what I was going for. There we are. And we'll come in here with the face. Right behind the cheek here. Keep it nice and sharp, you know. That's a defining feature for this character. And the ears back here. Just a hint of them you see. We'll just kind of shade it in. You know, give it the general outline shape of ears. Maybe some sort of earring. There we go. Yeah, definitely giving me some creepy vibes here. Okay, so here we go. Going to come in here with the shading and make it even darker, because I really want those eyes to really come out at you. There we go, really come out at you. Just a little nook, or you know, like a indentation or whatever, because he's smiling. And there we go. Into the chin, kind of give it that. Almost looks like a Thanos chin, sort of, but. And I think we'll do some facial hair on this one character too. Come in here, just a little loose. You know, it's not like shaved down to the skin or anything. Just kind of, there we go. There we go. Just like that. Kind of a creepy guy. An earring over here too. Maybe it shines. So obviously this character is highly influenced by Hisoka from HunterXHunter, HunterXHunter. Just a little, just to give it a little background hair here. There we go. Just like this. Nothing fancy. There we go. to stay up here, you know. Really horn-like. There we go. Shading there. There we are. Maybe a couple more shinies. There. So not Hisoka, but maybe. What can we name this creepy guy? Maybe an anagram of Hisoka. So we can do Akoshi. Anagrams are the same letters of the word, but jumbled up. Different order. There we are. Akoshi. Leave that little strand nice and white. That's going to be a defining feature of this character. There we go. Alright, so we have Akoshi, Trucker Bill. Some really fun characters that we got to design today. Quick little doodles. I hope you found this video nice and relaxing. Feel free to leave a comment on any other types of characters you want to see drawn, or any character ideas, character names, even just some scenarios that you want to see brought to life on the page. I would be more than happy to fulfill those requests for you in the next video. I hope you found it very relaxing and you find yourself in a very relaxed state. So thank you so much for watching, my dudes. Say goodbye to Bill and Akoshi. Until next time, my dudes, please be good to yourself. Bye bye.